shroom.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Definitely not.
If you become a shroom, you'd be the cutest lizard shroom.
Thank you.
Also, Grinch is going to be so disappointed.
Yeah.
One day. That's all I asked for.
Could be
Yeah.
worse. She was asking me like what I was gonna do to get her out of this. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. Hey.
See ya. Okay. Break time.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Who says a DM needs to force a player to do something? Hey, it kind of looks like an octopus. Flee towards it.
Oh, I thought the helicopter was way closer than it actually was. I got so confused. That was like someone with a lantern or something walking into my backyard.
Hey, at least you guys
Ugh.
know where the guy is now.
Are we live yet?
Huh?
Are we live or are we still dead air?
No, we're back live.
Okay. If it's still break, I'm gonna grab a couple more lights because it's getting dark out here.
Yeah, it's a regular 10-minute break. So, we shall return in just a few moments.
It is funny though, Damon, because you kind of unintentionally made Kestrel a Peaky Blinder with that hat. Anyone there? No. Anyone there? Okay.
No, don't sound too goddamn disappointed.
No, I was like waiting for anyone there because I talked before, no one was there. Yeah, but I was saying, Damon, with that tap, you unintentionally made Kestrel a Peaky Blinder.
Okay.
Beautiful.
You think unintentionally. No, just
Now I just got to get like a. I just got to get like a little bit of razor blade on the top of my cap so I can just slash people with it.
And hey, at least you guys found the guy.
Yeah, apparently. He's all mushroomed.
Yeah. Wonder what that means. Meh. A mystery. Or just a test of who the fuck was paying attention. Also, I found out today that our group is broken.
How's that?
Well, you know how we have to kind of refix the doggo stuff of where it's at?
Yeah,
Kinda.
Basically, we broke the module.
yeah.
Broke the what?
We broke the module. Basically, we killed a lot of people that weren't supposed to die, and did a lot of things that aren't supposed to happen. So basically, it's at this point, it's like, yeah, just continue on with this and this and this, but it's like listing stuff that we've already dealt with.
Huh.
So we basically we had to rewrite the rest of the module.
I imagine so.
That's what we were kind of doing for the break, and I had a task for part of the module of redesigning a fight and stuff like that, and redesigning some of the stuff. And I'm new to 5e, you know, editing and stuff like that. So I'm part of the Nerd Immersion Discord, and I was asking them today about, you know, suggestion about editing a monster. And they're like, ooh, that seems a bit extreme. And I'm like, well, I mean, you know, considering that someone in the same party soloed Adult Blue Dragon, and someone else soloed this encounter, and like, you know, and that's solo. Like, as a group, we've basically eliminated every threat we've come against, and it wasn't even, like, close.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest threat we've had was the Roper, and that was just, honestly, poor choices on our end.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I got into this argument with some dude who was, at first, couldn't believe that Daybwork did what he did. And then I had to explain, I'm like, well, you guys gotta remember, like, we come from 4E, and even 4E, baseline 4E is harder than 5E. You know, you just try to compare what a player is capable of, and compare it to what a monster is, of the equal, deadly, or whatever encounter, and it's harder.
Yeah. I mean, heck, like, you know, I showed, like, the monsters we faced, like, the 4E edition to other people, and they're like, your DM's trying to kill you guys.
Well, I mean, it's a deadly... The thing is in 4E, a deadly encounter is a deadly encounter.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is in 5E, you know, like, and I had a few people agree with me today, that deadly is not the same thing in 5E.
Yeah, that's always been a thing. 5E was meant to be more for newer players, too.
I get that, but at a certain point, you know, like, you're just going to break the game.
It doesn't really accommodate veteran players then.
It's not even veteran players, because I feel like we're new to 5E and we're kicking ass in it.
Well, I meant veteran players in that overall experience, not in terms of 5E experience.
Also, just the fact that how we play, we work out every contingency before we go into a fight.
Yeah, which most people don't do.
Right. Most people are just adventuring, like, let's see what this does. It's like,
yeah, that's another thing. It was like, you know, like one of the guys tried to argue, like, well, how can you plan for random encounters? I'm like, well, random encounters are usually when you're traveling and stuff like that, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you don't scout?
Yeah.
But on to the Lost Ones. I thought Onto already was male genetically.
No. Not by what information you gave me.
I thought we had,
nothing.
Yeah, because during the first, like, session, you said that she had a thing.
Yeah.
What thing?
The penis.
Yeah.
I would have to go back, but I'm pretty sure I said no. She was female.
Well, I imagine Rye said that, because I remember you messaged in Discord that she has more male parts, and then you typed in Discord, I meant penis.
Yeah.
Although, I guess...
we were planning the character, we were going for a feminine male.
Well, I guess you're a full male now, then.
I guess.
Okay, because I got my notes and stuff, and it's...
I'm just looking through the chat log to see if there was anything put in writing. So
Yeah,
I know.
I don't have anything like that in our writing.
Feminine Roadhog come with a normal body type, undertone muscular, pot belly, toned arms.
Nothing about sex.
I'm just going by C.
Yeah,
Either way, though, it's settled now. You know.
Yeah, no, it's her. I just could have sworn we had that president set. That's why I asked.
Well, it's set now. Is Moose back yet?
Is Moose alive right now?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
Yeah, here's me saying like, "Oh, I want to do some backstory." Like, no, I'll figure it out. I'm like, yeah, my writing backstory, and then there's the drawing. See if I said anything for that.
Nope.
Just double checking.
I
It's
did.
nagging me now.
It's just that it's a moot point.
It's a moot point.
Well, it's not because it's again. It was one thing. Now it's something else.
Yeah, but I'm saying no,
It's
a moot
not.
point.
It's
It is
always
that,
been
yeah.
now. No,
Yeah.
It's changed.
Well, that's my point, though. That's what we're dealing with. So
Yeah. I mean, Auntie's still gonna act like Auntie.
Just something to look into, maybe. Or maybe something else happened to you. Maybe something's happening to each of you guys. Who knows? More mystery.
Just like, Auntie, why are you shaving so much? Don't ask. Yeah, the closest thing I think I said was effeminate roadhog.
which doesn't really make sense to me. Being
And
honest.
yes, first session I did say that she was female.
Okay.
Oh god, I hate the sound of my own voice. Oh, okay, stop that. Stop that. Ugh. I had to
didn't
listen to
say she
myself.
had penis. I could have sworn. Like, that sounds
Nope.
like something I would have done. That sounds like me.
It sounds like you, but you didn't.
Maybe we just all assumed I said that and rolled with it.
Well,
Well,
again, like
Specifically, I literally just played the first session thing. I did describe you guys. You
Fair
were
enough.
female.
I'm
Just know
back.
that
What
it's
I missed?
just know it's a
there
plot
you
point
are.
now.
A lot. Hang on, yeah.
Um,
So we gotta
while-
catch up, Moose.
yeah, while you were gone, you guys, the other gentleman that you guys had were found with, or that was found a few days before you guys, the other person that was part of the whole, possible clone, possible, thingy, the other new guy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how he was missing? There was a commotion on the road. You guys went through to check it out. You guys saw him. Scales thought she saw a octopus on his neck. She ran up, and it was mushrooms, and his skin was colored black. It lunged out and tried to reach for her. Successfully did so. And necrosis started spiking up her arm, and little mushrooms started growing out. And
National Shooting.
she passed out, and then Bill shot the shit out of the dude until he died and is now on the ground. Kestrel ran up to go assist, and we took a break.
Okay. And also, Kestrel's a Peaky Blinder.
Yes.
You know what? I just realized something.
What?
Oh no, I'll say this out in chat. Never mind.
Okay.
So, Kestrel, you're there with Scales. Stone, you're next to Auntie and the kid. Scales is now on the ground. Most of the crowd has dispersed.
I assume so. Yeah.
You guys do see Josephine. She just ducked behind like a car and is hiding behind it.
Mm-hmm. So, Bill, did we take her to the car?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's grab her feet.
Yeah, it does so.
And he reaches underneath, like by her armpit, to try to, and he kind of uses his thumb and his index finger and his middle finger to kind of hold her arm towards the body, so it's not like flailing about the one that's all covered in necrosis.
Yeah.
But you guys watch as the two take her and put her in the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Get
in.
Bill kind of looks over. You guys, stay here. Kestrel just, Bill gets in. We'll be back.
Okay.
and because she's in the back, he closes up the thing. He doesn't.
Yeah, I
have
see
anyone
what you're saying.
ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And he just, you guys, Auntie, Stone, and the kid, you guys just watch as Kestrel and Bill drive off.
I'll be comforting the kid if I can.
She's gonna be okay, right?
Yeah, she'll be fine. Don't worry. She's in good hands.
I thought that was why we were getting shots for. Like, the shots didn't do anything.
Is it over yet?
Yes.
You guys see Josephine like poking her head out from behind the vehicle. Whew. Sorry, it's kind of startled me. It's lucky it didn't come rolling up any earlier. I would have fucking kung fu'd its ass. She's like just fixing herself. Ooh, I should probably go find my brothers. And she just kind of walks off.
So when it touched Scales, she got the necrosis.
Yeah, necrosis shot all up and down her arm.
Okay.
And little mushrooms started growing up on it. Kestrel, you guys arrive at the dock. You guys get her into the bed. He injects her with something and puts on gloves and cleans like some ointment, and then bandages her arms. He uses some tweezers to pluck a few of the shrooms, and he puts it in like a metal dish. Puts one in a vial, fills it up with liquid. And he's like, so.
Damon, real quick.
Okay.
While that has been going on, and I assume while we've been driving, Kessel's probably been trying to think over if he's quote unquote has any knowledge of mushroom people or anything like that.
Give me a nature.
Is
Wisdom?
Kestrel on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that wisdom?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay. 13.
Nope.
Okay.
Especially nothing like this.
Okay, yeah. I figured might as well check.
I mean, may have heard of the concept of certain plant people, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like myth, legend, fairy tale, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you guys get her into the bed. He starts doing like the first aid treatment and stuff like that. Gets an IV on her and stuff like that. He starts looking at the mushrooms, and Bill explains to him what happened. And he's like, okay, once she's settled, I'll get, I don't know. Why don't you just call Josephine and the idiots and to come over here? I'll help them clean up the rest.
Okay,
And
where
Bill's
do you want me
like-
to put my gloves? He kind of takes off the gloves.
He kind of points towards the bin.
Does so.
And once you guys go over to the bin, Bill shows you like this bottle, and he like pours it in his hands, and then he scrubs it real good. And he's like pours it over your hands as you're taking off the gloves. Like there's a procedure to this.
Yeah, he does so. He follows it.
And you guys get your gloves disposed, hands cleaned, and stuff like that. Bill decides, he's like, okay, let's go gather up the rest of you guys. Head over to Frank's.
Okay.
Yeah, Doc, just let me know what you figure out. And you guys just see a thumbs up from the doc.
Thanks, Doc.
Another thumbs up. He's looking at a microscope right now.
I'm sure, yeah.
But as soon as you guys get outside, Bill pulls out a smoke and starts smoking. He's like, it's just never ending since you guys came out. I'm not blaming you or anything. I'm just saying.
So I assume this is something you can not encounter before.
I've never seen anything like that. As he gets in the car and you guys start driving back. You guys didn't make it that far either. Like it was only like maybe a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like even like the weird stuff I've heard of, like this is something new, as far as I can call. And like I'm not sure if you noticed, but like it seemed like the guy was dead. Like after you shot him, like his stuff was like already decayed.
Yeah, that's not good. The only time I've ever seen something like that was when we had to deal with the Greenskins before. That's never happened to a person.
And if I recall correctly, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, DM. But the greenskins, they didn't have any mushrooms on them, did they?
Some of them did.
Some of them did. Okay.
Yep, small patches of fungi here and there.
Yeah. Have you ever figured out what the causes the greenskin thing? Because I did remember them having fungi on them. Some of them, anyway.
We don't know. I mean, it's some disease or plague they spread. I don't know if it has to do with their diet, the environment. We've been looking into it for years. That's why we tend to just keep away from them.
Do you think that it might have matured in a way?
I don't know. There's a lot we don't know about it, and that's why we kind of wanted to get your guys' assistance with this.
I see.
But we can talk about that once we grab everyone else.
Yeah.
And literally, like, a few seconds later, you guys pull up to where you see Stone and Auntie and the kid.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Hey,
guys.
Bill gets out. Where'd Josephine go?
went to check on her idiots, she said.
He just yells out very loud, Josephine, you have 5 seconds to get out here before you and your entire family are fired. And then, like, a second later, you see Josephine and 2 of her brothers poke her head out, like, next to, like, out some space in between 2 of the buildings and houses. Yeah, we're here, boss. And they just kind of walk over.
Oh, hey, you're back.
I'm just surprised they're so replaceable. You're willing to fire the whole family.
He sighs, and as soon as he looks over towards them, you 3 go to the docks right now. Grab your utility truck. Follow his instructions. You need a system with this. And Josephine, like, looks towards the body. Are you sure we have to, Bill? Like, that's... Oh. And Bill just kind of sighs. He's like, I have tasted your cooking. It could be worse. And he just looks towards you all, and Josephine kind of looks down about that. First time you've ever seen Bill say anything mean.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of
Wow.
sighs towards you guys. Let's head over to Frank's.
While that's happening, like Kessler will kind of like pat Josephine on the shoulder. We appreciate all your help.
She kind of like turns around. She's like, it's okay. I really didn't do anything. I feel awfully ashamed. He's right. Me and my brothers, we suck. And she
It's
just kind of
okay.
starts wandering off with her brothers.
God, we suck. Just supposedly.
Kind of, yeah.
Let's
God,
stop,
you
but they
suck.
are all we got. You know, beggars can't be choosers and all.
I mean, how do you beat something that puts icky stuff on you when you touch it?
Well,
Don't touch it.
yeah, don't touch it. Yeah, gotta get at range with that thing you shot at it.
Them weird wands.
Stone looks at her hands. Darn, I like touching.
Rifle, which is exactly what we're gonna go see Frank about.
Yes, wands.
Okay.
But he gets back in the truck, waits for you guys to get inside.
Okay, does so.
Shotgun.
The kid's kind of like looking out the side of the truck, looking at the body on the ground. Looks over at you, Auntie. Is he gonna be okay?
He will be in a better place.
Better place?
He's dead, kid.
Oh, okay. He looked kind of dead
Oh.
already.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with that.
That was scary. He was all like, "Rrrr." He kind of like motions.
Yeah.
Like the guy
Oh,
was walking.
they're cute though.
You know, I'm kind of happy I'm not going with you guys.
It's a scary world sometimes out there, kid.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he'll be protected here. I mean,
Yeah, home safe.
As he looks
I mean-
back over out the side of the truck where the body is. Yeah, home's
Yeah.
safe.
home's safer.
Yeah.
And the truck begins to go down the road. You guys drive for another 5 to 10 minutes, almost like on the outskirts of town, before you guys get to a large It's not tall. It's long. Almost like a warehouse building. It's probably a good maybe 80 to 100 feet wide. Um, it's kind of like an upside down U shape.
Ah,
Um,
yes, a longhouse.
and it just goes down like I want to say almost 200 feet. Definitely kind of reminiscent of like military barracks or like 50 styles of military barracks or something like that. Um, Very plain, mostly made of stone. Has a very large metal door on the front. And Bill pulls up his vehicle right in front of it and stops. He's like, "Okay, this is Frank's." Uh, he just kind of puts his head on the wheel for a second. He's like, "Okay, so um, hey, kid, you mind going to that side door over there and asking for Frank? Just there's a little button on the next to the door. Just go ahead and ring it. Um, just let her know that we're here. Could you do that? It's a huge favor for me, buddy." And the kid's like, "Yeah, of course I can do it." And he like gets out of the truck and starts running over there. And the moment like the kid turns the corner to like go towards the side, Bill kind of turned around. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to deal with. I didn't know it was this different, and I
Bad.
didn't know
Hits this
this.
close to home.
Yes. But this kind of concludes my suspicions. I don't think we need to wait for Doc to tell us what is obvious. Um, this greenskins somehow, someway are connected to the missing people.
Okay.
And what's worse, this affliction that originally only caused necrosis or death is now seeming to affect people in a different way.
Mm.
I don't know about what you guys think, but that looked like a walking corpse to me.
Yeah. Same.
So a zombie.
A what now?
Zombie? Undead?
We've dealt with walking corpses in the past.
Yeah, but did they have
Theoretically.
mushrooms with them?
Definitely no.
Maybe it might be more druidic magic.
I need to stop being surprised that you guys aren't surprised with this shit.
No. The mushrooms are definitely surprising. Don't get us wrong.
Surprisingly, the mushrooms isn't what's so surprising about this.
So are we both surprised about different things?
Sure,
Surprisingly,
let's say
yes.
that. So I gotta ask, is anyone not willing to do this? Because I hate to say it, you saw what our guardsmen are capable of.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you guys to risk your life and limb to go out there.
But you're going to ask.
I got to.
Yeah.
I mean, it could take a while to train people to be ready for this, something like this.
I'm willing to go out there. I'll say that much.
Kind of nods at you, Kestrel, and turns his head towards you, Auntie and Stone.
Maybe if we have magic on our side, I'm a bit iffy about this. I'm not exactly the most athletic.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad we found out about this now instead of when we were out there. you know, yeah. He seems like a little nervous
Also,
about.
Auntie, kind of what we're facing here, I doubt athleticism will come into play here because, touching them is a no-go.
Yes, but I don't know how well I'd be with a gun or wand, whatever you call them.
You can learn.
That's why I'm not sending you guys out straight away.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm going to tell Josephine and the others to do lockdown preparations. And we're probably going to spend the next 2 nights closing off any gaps of security.
Okay.
We don't have a full wall that runs the entire gambit of the place, but we do have temporary fencing and stuff like that that we could post up. And we'll just have to hope and pray that whatever we would have to deal with until you are all ready is nothing more than what we just saw.
Out of curiosity, Bill, do we have a tally on how many went missing?
21.
21. Okay. Because if we're assuming that they kind of went the way of our friend there, that is something we may have to prepare for.
He kind of sighs and nods. He says, I'm aware of that. I mean, if they're anything like what I saw of that dude, they're probably already gone.
Hmm.
And even if they weren't, I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah.
And I doubt Doc would be able to figure out a way either. I mean, the way that man's brain fell out. And as soon as he says that, kid is like, they're here, as he turns the corner, and you see a very tall, muscular woman. Kind of a mullet, a 80s kind of style mullet, kind of like rocker hair, very
Mhm.
big. It's tied into like a very kind of thick braid in the back, but the
Mhm.
sides are both shaved like a good inch or so above the ears. She has like a set of goggles that are currently resting on her forehead that are kind of keeping the hair kind of pulled back. Um, Honestly, enough to make Stone kind of jealous when it comes to muscle build.
Oh,
And she's standing at a good maybe like 6'1", 6'2".
Alright, I'm just gonna roll something personally real quick.
Are you rolling for boner?
Sploosh.
Well, no, now remember.
Yeah, fair.
like
Metaphorical cigarette rising in my mouth.
for Stone, those muscles like an angel chorus. Like, oh!
No, for Stone it might be sploosh.
Yeah.
At least a jealousy sploosh. Yeah, but she turns the corner, and she has like a stogie that's down to like a inch and a half, like just kind of hanging in her mouth. Like kind of dirt and like hand marks around her face and stuff like that. Wearing coveralls, like a greenish, almost like a Air Force coveralls. And she just kind of waves as soon as she sees Bill. And she's holding something over her shoulder. It's mostly metal. There's a few tubes running in and out of it. You're not quite sure what the fuck it is.
Well, I found the butch to my femme.
Hello, Kesra Waves.
Bill waves back. Okay, let's go check out Frank's workshop.
Okay, this is Frank.
Yeah, I mean he gets out.
Okay.
Frank, new people, Frank. And she's like, "Oh, I've been waiting to meet you guys." And she extends a hand to each of you guys. For everyone besides Stone, she almost crushes your hand with the handshake.
Oof.
There's like
My hand
no muscle control whatsoever.
For Auntie, it's just kind of like as soon as the handshake, just a shiver down her spine.
I give her a nice handshake too.
Yeah, you're the only one who does not get their hand crushed. On Frank, I know we talked about it, but we may have to push up the timetable. And she's like, what happened? And he's like, we had a run-in. And he begins to explain it to her as you guys start walking towards the side door.
Mhm.
And then she like stops at the door with a hand on the doorknob, turns back to him. So what you're saying is they're gonna need some exquisite machines of death. And he's like, I guess you could say that. And she like one arm just grabs the chunk of metal off of her shoulder and just, well, I won't be needing this. And she tosses it like a good 50, 60 feet away.
Oh.
It goes ding, the side of it bends, and you guys see a pile of other like just scrap and stuff, and it hits the side of it, and there's like a and you guys see like gas coming out one of the ends, and it ignites, and she just ignores it and walks into her shop, and Bill like turns back, points towards it like he's gonna say something, and goes, like he just has like a somewhat defeated look, and he just hurries
Mhm.
inside.
Yeah, I
She's
guess
strong.
Phillips kind of follows the same lead. Like, okay.
She's strong and she makes weapons. This is awesome. She just runs.
Just gonna drift on cloud 9 here.
But you guys get in, and she closes the door behind you, and you guys hear a loud boom coming from outside. And you guys do hear like ting ting ting, like battering of like metal on metal, and
Mhm.
stone against the wall that you guys just entered.
Yeah, that's not.
So,
Um,
Frank,
your name?
uh, people call me Auntie.
Yeah. What do you need, Auntie?
Oh, well, I was wondering why we're here, but now I'm just happy to be
Oh,
here.
I'm gonna make sure that you all stay safe out there by giving you things to make other things unsafe.
Okay.
So weapons? The stone
You
says,
got
"Look a
it.
big grinner." Yeah.
She like reaches down because she really has to like get way low to put her arm around Stone's shoulder. She's like, this one gets me. And she kind of nudges you a little bit.
No.
Yeah. So who's first?
Immediately
Hmm?
raises it. I raise a hand by the lower, just like, do I?
I'll go. Well, unless these guys want to go first.
Oh
Well,
no, I insist. Like just put.
okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the person who raised their hand first. So you, Beanie, get over here.
I'm fine with this. Okay. Yes.
So how do you want to
Hi.
kill? As she like walks over to like a gigantic like metal bench. There's like a set of vice grips on one end, whole bunch of tools, pipes. You guys are looking around. There's a forge in here. There's you guys do see a wall with bladed weapons, some of the rifles and guns that you guys are used to seeing, plus a few that look bizarre. There's some other large, thick pipes, basically for visuals for players. You literally see like ship cannons, basically equivalent of size of weaponry. There's a whole multitude of things, and there's scrap piles, random piles all over the place. You guys do see like this weird, like mannequin looking thing. It looks like a person, but it's all covered in like heavy plated armor, which looks like a mix between plate mail and SWAT gear. Like if SWAT gear was made out of metal. Kind of like Iron Man when he first busts out of the cage.
No, I see what you're
Cave.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's heavy, heavy armor. But there's all sorts all over the place. And tools, cranes, winches, you name it. Like this is a tinkerer's just wet dream in here.
Uh, well, frankly, I don't know why would be good with kind of dealer's choice at this one. What
She kind
what
of
what
looks
do
you
you?
up and down. Well, you don't seem much of a scrapper, so probably something to deal with at range.
Yes.
I got a few ideas. And she walks over to a table where there's a long tube of metal, and there's like a cylindrical kind of like canister at the end. And she's like, I was just tinkering with this buddy over the last few weeks. I'm quite proud of him. Why don't you here, hold on to this and follow me over here. She kind of like takes you to the one of the corners of the place. You see like a stone silhouette of like a person, and there's like chunks taken out of it. There's like burn scorch marks all around it. Looks like a target practice dummy. She's
Or
like,
Stone.
okay,
I was about to say, like, hey, look, it's Stone.
you see a
What's
stone
me?
person.
Uh, and I'm just looking at this weird
Okay,
contraption.
you hold it up to your face, and she like reaches her large body around you to grip the gun, which probably is not helping your situation, down in the
No,
pants.
it's not.
And she like grips you in tight too, which also doesn't help. And she like pulls the gun up to the device up to your shoulder, and she's like, okay, what you do is you just aim down the sights, and she like grabs your hand and puts it on the trigger, and just When you're ready, you turn this front knob to the right and you pull the trigger. So why don't you give it a shot? And she hits a switch like towards the handle. What do you do?
Well, other than being distracted by the smell of sweat and
At this point, she's let go of you. She
Yeah.
showed you how to do it. She's taking a step back.
I'm gonna try and fire, I guess.
Okay. As soon as you turn the front handle, there's like a noise, like air's being released real quickly. And as soon as you pull the trigger, a small little ball of fire shoots out the end of it and blasts the target. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right, so what do you want
Just
me
a
to use for
D20.
this? Just a D20?
Because you're just trying to get used to it for now. Okay, you do hit the target.
Yay!
And you guys watch as this fire just like licks up the side of the statue. Like, it doesn't just hit it, it kind of sticks for a second.
Wow.
Do that?
Oh yeah, it's I call it my dragon pisser.
Nice.
That is some fine work from a fine lady.
Yeah, it only has so many uses per canister, but you know.
How many uses might that be?
Well, there's probably about 20 uses per day. I do have a little component that could help refill it, but you know, it takes quite a few hours to recharge.
Fair enough.
Basically, you have 20 charges per long rest.
Okay.
And I will go over the details of all this stuff after a session. But basically, you have a mechanical firebolt.
Let me use charisma, please. Let me use charisma.
We'll discuss that after. Okay, why don't you just practice with it for a little bit, and if it's something that you like, I'll continue to tinker over the week. Maybe get you like a strap or a harness to help carry it. Anything else you might want. Just
I would love a strap from you.
of course. I got plenty of straps, and she just completely oblivious to the joke starts walking over to like a thing and starts pulling out like all these straps. Like some of them are cloth, some of them are leather. And she's like, "Here you go, take your pick," and she just kind of sets them on the table. And she like kind of turns away, and so who's next?
That's hilarious.
Go for it, Stone.
As soon as the lady turns towards you guys just see Auntie like just quiver a little bit. Okay, why don't you get over here? Now you. Well, you seem like a strapping young lady, so.
But yeah, straps over there. He points over to the straps.
Well, I got something better than a strap for you.
No way.
How about this boy? It's kind of heavy, so I haven't been able to give it to any of the guards, but and she walks over to a gigantic it has like a heavy machined base, and at the end it's just a flat piece of metal with this barbed link chain that seems to run around its entire length. She's like, you know, this is one of my newer inventions, but, you know, it's not just for killing. I think it might be able to be used for lots of things, like wood and other things. Or carving, but, you know, it's I thought about it because, you know, it might work because we want to make sure that you keep your distance, but because of the way this spins, it should spray any visceral down to the ground, making it, you know, not splash on you, which is probably going to be good for this. You know, controlled viscera spray is probably a lot safer than just randomly hacking at something.
Control your spray.
So DM, it's pretty much like an axe with like a
Sounds like a chainsaw.
For
A
your
chainsaw axe
for
or-
player reference, this is a big fucking chainsaw. Like a really big chainsaw.
Sploosh.
This is a chainsaw with a 10-foot reach.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Foot reach,
So
Jesus.
it's like this could look like it actually could really decapitate people.
I mean,
Maybe
you
a
could do a
tree.
lot. And she like takes you over to kind of another area, and she's like, okay, now test this out. And she shows you another one of those stone kind of like things, and she's like, and she kind of like shows you where to hold it. She shows you where you gotta like pull this cord to start it up, and once you have that, there's like a little trigger under one of the handles. You gotta pull it, and that will actually get the blades to start spinning. She walks over to one of the tables and gets like a pair of like glasses, puts it on your head, takes yours off. It's kind of dim in here. You know, it's not too bright, so you don't need your sunglasses. And she's like, "Safety first," and she gives it over to you, and she's like, "Why don't you just try carving that in half?"
Ooh, I do like trying new weapons. All right, and she will try it.
Give me a strength check.
Nice.
Okay, you carve through a full-size humanoid shape of stone within a few seconds. You guys see
Ooh.
dust
Kestrel's
and
mouth
all
is a
this
gate.
dust and all of this rocks. Like you hear it splattering against like the ground and stuff like that.
Mhm.
When it gets to the center, you guys see sparks shoot out, and she's like, "Oh wow, okay." So and she goes over to the table. She's like, "Apparently, it can cut through metals." And it continues to cut through, and you guys watch as like kind of a diagonal like slash through this stone object. She completely carves through it over the
Nice
next
job,
few
Stone.
seconds.
Wow.
Takes a couple rounds, but yeah, she gets through the entirety of it.
Nice.
I think this is gonna certainly get the job done. She's like, yeah, like a admiring up close, like looking at all the.
Well, you know that one requires some fuel rock, but a good amount of fuel rock will let it run for a few hours. If you're not going to be using that, probably want to save that for more heavy duty. I also have this, and she goes over to a table, and she holds up like this metal rod that's probably about like maybe a foot long, and on the tip you see a almost like a pyramid shaped. Have you ever seen like a tri-point arrowhead?
Yes.
Imagine that, but about 10 inches long and about 6 or 7 inches wide at the base. Like just massive. And
That's
she
intimidating.
she walks over and hands it over to you. And she's like, "Okay, now point that bit away from your head and just press this button."
Points it away, presses the button.
It extends into a full-length spear.
Ah. Dingly buttons.
Oh, trust me, I could be playing with these all day. It's like
Now,
we just like
and then she grabs your hand and reaches towards the end of it, and she's like, "Now, grab right here, and then just twist it when it's extended."
she does so.
As soon as you do that, the end of it, you see it like pull inside of the end of the pipe, and out the side you see a long blade come out of it. So this can be adjusted to either hack and slash or thrust and stab.
It's interesting.
You know,
So
in case you need some options.
you're speaking my language.
Okay, now you. What do you want?
Something that deals with range primarily.
Okay, I mean, I got anything you need. What do you want?
Yeah. I'm not exactly strong as my companions here. He points to Stone.
I
But I am a lot more faster and a bit more like more able to see things farther away, I would say.
Okay, well, I mean, I got plenty that might work for you. And she takes you over to a couple tables, and there are a multitude of ranged weapons.
Hmm.
And you also do notice these strange kind of weird things.
What's the weird thing?
They kind of look like maybe made out of stone or something.
Hmm.
They're kind of in an L shape. Kind of look
What's
like
that?
a boomerang. Oh, these are new. I haven't quite figured out how to get it to work. But I'm trying to come up with a way that you'd be able to throw these, and once they hit your target, they would explode.
Hmm. Imagine if you had some sort of way to like build up pressure in it. That could work.
That's kind of what I'm working with. It's just the triggering mechanism. I'm not quite, set on. For now, I got it just on kind of on a forced kind of. Basically, if there's enough of an impact, it will explode. But I
Hmm.
don't like that. Doesn't seem safe.
Gotcha.
So I mean, if you want them, you can take them now, but they're just prototypes.
Maybe wait till later.
But
Hmm.
I do have all of these, and there are just a multitude of rifles and handguns.
I'll look towards a handgun.
Okay, why don't you try these two? This
Hmm.
one is called Pearl, and this one is called Jam. And she hands you two of these pistols.
Sorry.
Looks at it.
Yeah, simple 4-shot revolvers.
Okay. Mm.
Thick, heavy kind of caliber.
Okay.
Um,
Good
Trying to
alarm I'm popping.
there are. Trying to think of what actual size this would be. Technically, these rounds would be slightly bigger than a 45 Magnum.
I definitely think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Are we talking like slugs?
I'm trying to guesstimate what the.
I mean, like there's 454 Castle, which is 5 rounds, but trying to think for 4 rounds, like that's kind of a weird like mixture.
I always
Definitely a
forget,
big caliber.
Yeah,
I always
it's
forget you're a gun otaku.
it is thick. Not
Yeah.
to even our world standards, it's a thick bullet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And she says, if you're quick, you should probably be able to reload this quickly. These ones focus more, on stopping power and allow someone with a quicker hand to reload.
Okay. He's gonna try to play around with it.
She takes you to a different corner and she's like, "Why don't you give it a few shots?"
Okay. He's gonna try to go from resting position and then just kind of go to shoot it.
Okay, give me a dex.
Shall do. Oh shit. Dex.
Yeah, for
18. Oh, not 20 on the other side.
Okay. This being the first time you've ever fired a gun,
Mhm.
first shot goes completely wide,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay. Well, then you like kind of, you're like, okay, sights, got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Pull it up to the sights. You're like, okay, that one seemed. Boom! Second shot hits the shoulder. Third shot right in the forehead.
Nice.
And like it takes a second to like get used to the kick. Like the first one scares the fuck
Yeah,
out
of course,
you.
yeah.
Second one you're like, okay, I'm expecting a third one. It's great. And you're
Mhm.
like, man, I was using a goddamn bow and arrow. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, you're a pretty good shot there, handsome.
Yeah, thanks.
Not
Definitely,
as good as me. And like as you're still like looking down range, one
Mhm.
gun comes up to the left side and one gun comes up to the right side of you, like
Mhm.
reaching way around you, and boom, 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 boom. And shot after shot, you watch as the head and the chest of the stone thing just gets ripped to shreds.
Nice shots.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one is Bessie and this one is James.
You
Did I just say Bessie?
did say Bessie, yeah.
I think I just had a stroke or something. That was supposed to be Jesse and James. Jesus Christ.
Bessie and James.
And they're blasting off again, and she kisses him. Yes, that was the Jesse.
And this one's Meowth.
That's right.
We're
And
probably
she-
talking
she-
50 caliber here.
Oh yeah, these are probably even bigger than 50 cals. These are her size handguns.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I
They
get what
are
I'm thinking.
they both look heavily tinkered and much larger than Kestrel's guns. These ones only hold 3 per.
Oh wow.
She's
But-
showing us all these high caliber weapons, but the two strongest weapons are thigh.
Um, but she holsters her weapons and she says, "So how does that fit for you guys?"
I think that's good. What do you guys think?
These are great. Just like feeling them and
Well, over the next Bill, you said week, right? And he's like, "Yeah." He's just been off in the corner, just kind of like just smoking and just kind of like he's just
Yeah,
been kind of
yeah,
taking
sure,
a
whatever.
moment to breathe and just kind of like
Yeah, smoke in a room full of gunpowder.
yeah. And he's been he's sitting next to the kid who's been watching you guys do all this. It was just he's wide eyed, just like just oh my gosh, they're so cool.
Would be alright if the kid fired something.
She kind of stops and turns around.
Not to keep, just to learn in case, future events. There are literally zombies walking.
She doesn't quite. She makes a face. You can insight it if you guys want.
Sure.
Sure. Is that wisdom?
Yes.
Okay.
Stone's giving Auntie a look like, "Hey, you sure that's a good idea?"
All right.
Well-
In my player defense, I learned how to take apart guns when I was 4, so I'm always the introduce them early and get respect now type of person.
I know what you mean.
Kestrel, she's making a face like she can't tell whether Auntie is joking or not. So you see like a little light bulb go in her head, and she's like, "Okay, I got something for the kid. Here, why don't you come over here? I don't want you to play with anything that explodes, but I was working on this one. So here you go." And she takes him over to the corner, and you see this massive warhammer. It doesn't look like it's very fancy or anything. It looks like
Mhm.
something just bulky and big that she probably
I'm
just made
imagining
for
an
Lego.
anvil on a stick.
Kind of. And she's like, "Here, why don't if you could swing this around, I'll make you something." And she kind of like ruffles the kid's hair and like kind of turns.
Oh, he
away.
could
Kestrel
so-
steps back, yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Stone's like, "Oh, he can so do this." Stone's.
I'm going to step back and I'm going to nudge into Frankie. You gotta watch this.
She's like hasn't even like you guys are all saying all this at once. She's like raises an eyebrow and turns back around, and the kid's like already like like putting it up like, "Oh, this is heavy, but I think I got it." And she just like has this look like, and she just turns back towards the rest of you like
Mhm.
gives you this what the fuck kind of look.
He's very strong. Like he,
I'm a proud parent, what can I say?
I
I
see
think
that.
you even
Well,
said
just-
Stone how like he ripped a tree out of its trunk.
Wait, what?
We got stranded on an island. He just ripped trees right out.
And the kid's like, "Okay, but this is really heavy," and he puts it down.
Yeah. put it down.
I'm just gently
Okay,
pat him on the
kid,
back.
Well, shit, I guess I'm gonna have to make you something, but for now it's dinner time. And she kind of walks over to the corner or towards the
Mhm.
door, and she starts unzipping her overalls, and goes to take it off, and you guys see underneath,
Mhm.
she has like a white long sleeve shirt,
Mhm.
with a pretty nice looking vest, with a bow tie, and a skirt that kind of goes down to like her legs, but as she's taking off her coveralls, it was kind of like screwed it up, so she's like pulling down the skirt as she's taking off the pants parts of the coveralls.
Mhm.
Auntie, since I know you were looking, yes, you do see a little bit of panty.
I would splish if I could splish.
Mhm.
Your pants grow ever so tighter.
I don't know how to stop it. It's new to me.
It's new. I don't know how this works. Yeah, but she is now sitting with like a vest, bow tie, and like a skirt.
But Jan fan score.
And yeah, she's like, "Okay, well, I got dinner planned, so I'm gonna keep the workshop open for you guys. Don't touch anything else. And you guys are free to practice on stuff. I'll be here tomorrow, so if you guys want to adjust anything, tinker, that's fine by me.
Okay.
And apparently, I have to start working on the kid weapon. She kind of like ruffles his hair a little bit. But if there's nothing else, Bill, he's like, no. And she goes to go towards the door. Oh yeah, and I'll be working on your guys' actual defensive items probably starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm curious about those.
And she kind of gives Bill a hug, and he's like, thanks, thanks, Frank. And she's like, no problem, Bill. It's literally all I do. She heads out. Bill looks at you guys. I mean, you heard the woman. You guys can practice for as much as you guys want.
Okay.
I'll go over to his name's Bill, right?
Yes. Bill's
Right.
name is Bill.
I just cut me some slack right now. My head's a lot. I'll go up to Bill and say, so, she's something.
Yeah, nothing, or no one knows quite how to blow stuff up like Frank.
I bet.
Do you actually have a specific question, or are you just gonna stand there drooling?
Yeah,
Um,
Stone's gonna be like, yeah, Stone's saying she could probably bench press us both at the same time. It's like playing with
Probably.
the spear.
so, yeah, I'm just going to have to ask. I'm just going to look to Bill and be like, yeah, I'm going to have to ask. Is she seen?
Not seriously.
Just adjusting beanie. All right, then. I'm starting to enjoy this place.
But I'm gonna head over. I'll probably grab you guys some dinner.
Okay.
Bring it over here so you guys can spend the next while practicing.
Take your time. As she's like already like swinging the.
And I'll check in on Scale, see how she's doing, and I'll let you guys know how she is.
All right. Thanks.
And kind of nods and. Hey kid, you wanna help me grab you guys some dinner? Probably not best to leave you around these knuckleheads with all these dangerous things.
What are you talking about? Already firing a shot.
Completely misses, hits like some stuff in the background. Yeah. Kid like looks a little disappointed. He's like, okay, I get to see Scales, right? Of course you can. I was like, okay, I'll be back, guys.
All right. See you, kid.
Behave yourself.
I will, Auntie. As he's walking out. So yeah, it's just you guys in this warehouse.
Okay. This is very interesting. Kestrika is looking at his new guns, Pearl and Jam.
I love what they're named that.
Question, Damon. The one spear with the adjustable end, like,
Are you asking how
Very
to
important.
collapse it?
that's also probably a good question too.
You
I'll add
can-
that to the question list.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check. Because in her excitement to show you off all of the stuff that she makes, she completely forgot to tell you how to do that.
I know Stone was too excited about it also. So
Okay. You know your weapon, Stone, and this thing is intuitive. Like where the grip was to change it from one to the other, you hit the switch to put it back to the spear mode, and you grab it by that same thing, and you kind of mess with it, and if you apply pressure to the back end, it forces the whole thing to collapse. As you
Okay.
apply pressure to the bottom end, it pulls down the front end.
Of course,
Yeah.
the dwarf Ray figures out the weapons.
she's admiring it.
Oops, fuck.
Kessel's like practicing, like aiming down the sight picture. You know, like trying to
Yeah.
understand, like, okay, you know, it's gotta be like that. You know.
Too easy. And you do see a whole bin of the ammunition. And there is a fuck ton of it.
As he kind of gets more comfortable with it, he'll practice.
Yeah. You guys notice as you guys are just sitting in here, like even underneath the desk, there are boxes full of stuff. This woman tinkers and makes weapons and armaments all the time. It is her only job, and by the looks of it, she's been doing this shit for years because they are scattered all over the place.
Mhm.
Remember, it's
Artist
almost like
respect
200
artist.
feet long, and from end to end, besides a few spaces for like the practices on the corners,
Mhm.
almost the entirety is filled with either tools or stuff that she's made, prototypes, ammunition, things like that.
Nice.
And you do notice the whole boomerang setup. You do notice Kestrel at one of her workstations. You do see one split that is open.
Mhm.
And you can see like the compartment and stuff like that. And with your background in weaponry, you can give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, shall do. Mhm. Yeah. 13.
Uh, it's pretty advanced stuff, but you kind of get the concepts behind it.
Mhm.
And then you immediately realize like, ooh, yeah, I can understand why the triggering method might be a little, touchy.
Mhm.
And you immediately think like, yeah, this would probably be easier with magic or some bullshit like that. But it is an interesting weapon, to say the least.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and you even kind of think in your brain of like, ooh, man, the things I could do with this.
Yeah. Once it's perfected, I think I'll be able to make use of it.
Yeah. And Auntie, are you gonna practice more with yours?
I'll practice, but also eventually I'll get curious and nose over the workshop.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay. Um, you realize after playing with this weapon, it's not so much dex that really is something that's gonna rely because it's a little bit more than just holding it still. It's knowing how to arc it just the right way to make sure that it, hits the right target. There's a certain distance to it. Um, and you realize that this is much more of a thinking person's weapon. So what you will be using for this is intelligence.
I can live with that.
Okay, so you guys are stuck in the workshop of weapons. What could go wrong? What do you
Yeah.
What does this thing do?
do? You do that?
No, but I will
Okay.
just be kind of looking around at like, what I can, not touching, just observing.
Okay.
Kessel's mainly practicing. Yeah, practicing the reloading and that kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, there's a whole crazy multitude of stuff in
Mhm.
here. Onto like,
Actually,
yeah.
I was gonna say if there's blueprints laying around, Auntie might understand that more than actual things.
There is not one single iota of any blueprints.
Huh?
There are a couple notepads with like shorthand and like couple worded sentences and stuff here and there, but
Mhm.
there's not a lot of written anything or drawings or anything.
Really?
Well, there's no drawing board, nothing.
Chaos is the organizing
Give
principle here.
me an investigation, intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage since you got time to sit around and do this.
Yay.
Um, it doesn't seem like she actually plans stuff out. She seems like a tinkerer through and through. Like she just puts shit together. And you can tell by looking at a few piles where she made one iteration of something. It looks beat, blown up, and then it's like another one that's slightly different, that's in slightly better condition, and then another one that's slightly different and even better condition. And thinking
Huh.
back, she did have a few scars here and there on her hands and stuff. So probably there's been some accidents, but mostly just she's a tinkerer at heart.
Fair enough.
Stone's just gonna be switching through each of the blade options that the spear weapon has.
Well, 2 of the blade options.
Okay, 2.
Yeah, it's basically pole arm or spear.
Oh, like a halberd kind of thing, right?
Kind of, yeah.
I'll also
that
add
definitely works.
nice. Also add Damon. On occasion, he'll kind of like refer to what he's seeing with the boomerangs and see if anything like pops out to him as inspiration for how this thing might work.
What, for the boomerang?
Yeah.
You've already maxed the limit on that.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just a little beyond you. Plus,
That's fair.
there's
Yeah.
a few components you just don't know what the fuck it is.
In that case, I'll just stick to practicing.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
this whole like the charge stone and stuff that she talked about. You don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
you could probably.
'Cause you've heard
Not the sinker in a weapons.
Because so far since you guys have been around, you've heard power stone, charge stone,
Mhm.
and fuel stone.
Yeah.
You guys have no fucking clue what those are.
It's
Yeah.
all stone-based economy.
Stone keeps
wonder-
looking up every single time you guys say this.
Stone is the most valuable commodity here.
Stone is the
What?
most valuable thing we have.
Wait, what?
Why do you keep calling my name?
Stop. Hey, stop calling my name over there.
I wonder if she has timer stones. You know, throw it and have it like a fuse.
I have a what? You people talking not nonsense. Like, your spear.
Stone apparently has a short fuse.
Nah. Well, as short as she is tall.
Slowly turn.
You guys hear a loud crash as you guys keep talking back and forth about stone.
Where is it coming from?
Turn around and Stone has taken the test dummy and chucked it against the wall and it's smashed.
I'm the only stone here.
Mm.
In a slight spark of almost untapped rage, you don't even realize you did it. You start getting slightly annoyed that they keep saying Stone, but they're not talking to you. And
Who broke that dummy?
You did, Stone. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I imagine you like kicked the dirt as you were doing that. Like,
walks over, picks up the base, puts it back into place, continues playing with the spear.
yeah.
I just put the remnants of the dummy back.
There's nothing left to it. It is just a standing metal rod.
I try to take the dust or whatever.
You guys watch her take a handful of dust and just pour it over the pipe. Half of it falls into the pipe. You hear the ding 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 as it falls down it.
Yeah. Kestrel goes to Auntie and whispers, "If another one of us goes crazy, I bet it's Stone."
I just assumed you'd be the last sane one here.
Possibly, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm still going crazy because they don't know about horses.
It is a weird thing, yeah.
Is there another dummy I could use?
Ooh, that reminds me.
Hmm.
And as you guys are talking about this, I almost forgot that this would be a thing. As you
What?
guys are discussing this and Stone had chucked the thing, a few things knocked out of the way. And in the back corner, you guys do notice a very large, mostly metallic thing. Sculpture? You're not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looks like a goddamn horse, though.
Huh.
Someone believes.
Apparently, we were wrong there. Auntie points towards Auntie.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
This just brings up more questions every day.
I wonder what they call it then. Like, does it look like a natural horse?
Yeah.
I am genuinely curious. I'm going to go up and just kind of inspect it.
Maybe sketch it if you want.
It's kind of
yeah.
half covered with shit. If you guys want to move all the stuff, because again, like there's a lot of edges of the workshop that are just piles of tinkered stuff.
I know what my dad's garage looks like. What it looks like, so I got a picture of this.
So, I mean, if you guys want to spend the next while trying to dig it out, you can, but its head, it's kind of the front legs, that's the only part that's exposed right now.
All right, well, you guys can go ahead and dig that out. I'm gonna continue practicing.
Dinner! As the side door opens.
You're a
Oh.
great help, Kestrel. Don't quit your day job.
Helped you guys out that island, that's for sure.
Curiosity is just not his big forte, apparently.
I brought back dinner, guys!
Oh, thank you.
As the kid comes in, followed by Bill.
Hey, what'd you guys get?
Just some good home cooking.
Nice. How's Scales doing?
She's better. She's probably gonna have to rest for the evening and keep the bandages on for the week, but she'll
Of course,
recover.
yeah.
And yes, the doc checked some of the mushrooms she had picked off, some of the mushrooms he had picked off of her arm, and they do match what we had seen in previous greenskins.
Okay.
So somehow whatever is afflicting them is also now able to transfer to us.
That's concerning.
Very much so. So, I already stopped off and made mention to Frank, but we'll make sure to, for the rest of this week, besides adjustments to your weapons, to make sure you guys are protected out there.
Yeah, because we got to figure out some way to protect us if we should get touched out there.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a full suit at the very least.
Okay.
But if you guys want, take a break and let's sit down and eat some dinner.
All right, let's eat.
He has like these two big bags. The kid has another big bag, and they kind of set it down. And there's like basically like containers of like a meat, sides, things like that.
Mhm.
It's like a nice. It's a chicken dinner with a lot of sides and stuff like that. It's real good.
And we're winners.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad you made that joke.
I retract the spear, put it down, and then go eat.
And Bill looks over. What the hell happened over there?
Someone got angry.
There can only be one.
I don't know. They kept calling my name.
We're
Like,
natural stones, not stone. You.
Yeah, we're talking about the stuff.
like I could tell the difference. She points to the statue, the broken, what's left of the mannequin.
You see Auntie sigh and go, oh, let's just finish this day and get stoned.
Ding, 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 ding. Just a few more things like slide off the pile by the horse.
Poor statue.
Horse?
Oh yeah. By the way, Bill.
Yeah.
That thing Frank has over there, that kind of looks like a horse to us.
That's a horse?
I mean,
Kinda
it's
points
metal.
out.
Huh.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with all the junk cluttered around it, but that does resemble a horse to us anyway.
Auntie,
It's always-
happy. Go ahead.
That's weird.
So all we see is just the front part of this horse.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, we haven't checked the back. Maybe it has some deformity or something.
Possible.
That's crazy. That's something Frank dreamed up. She's
Mm.
always been having weird ideas and stuff like that.
Maybe
I have an idea of something that existed long ago. Okay.
Maybe Frank is like us.
Ooh.
Yeah, she is kind of a weirdo, but don't hold it against her.
If anything, she's kind of the same person we've met. From our point of view. Magic.
I'll try not to be too offended by that.
I mean, you're normal and sane by this era standards.
Uh-huh.
So awkwardly look at Auntie.
He dug this hole, man.
I mean, I'll keep digging.
I mean, quite frankly, if the eccentricity of her and you is the normal. I would honestly hate to see the chaos that your time must have been.
Oh,
It was chaos, yeah. No doubt about that.
Yeah, it sounds like too much stress for me.
I mean, it was actually kind of relaxing knowing that you might die the next day.
I think you're plenty stressed enough.
Well, anyways, let's dig in.
Yep.
Stop.
And you guys have a delicious dinner.
Yay.
He helps you guys pick up the dinner and stuff like that. You guys got another like hour or so to like play with your stuff before he's like, okay, I need to head home to get some sleep. So if you guys want to ride, I can take you back now.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Okay. And he drives you guys back to your house. Parks his car out front and lets you guys out.
All right, see you, Bill.
Okay. I'll be here tomorrow. Let's say 9 or 10 after breakfast, and I'll take you guys back down to Frank's.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, just take care. We'll see you in the morning.
Get some sleep. You've earned it.
Yeah, I'll try. Bye, Bill. Bye, kid. And Bill slowly drives down the road. Ooh, TV! And the kid runs into the house.
I guess there goes in as
Oh,
well.
Oh, he's right. TV.
It's been a long day.
Haven't had TV in forever. She goes like, just plops on the couch, trying to take up most of the space, but she's short.
The first episode's of Survivor.
No, it's actually a wonderful hand-drawn cartoon show, recently popular called Family Dude.
Oh no!
I hate the show. Yeah.
But
I'm okay with it.
I like the show.
I know,
Sorry,
me
kid.
too.
It'll rot your brain. Hold on.
The cat,
Where's
and
Yeah.
Power
the
Girls?
cat, the talking cat, and the really old man are a really funny couple.
Nah. I prefer that other show, North Central. The Potty Mouth Kids. It's real funny.
That show's on too late. I'm not allowed to watch it.
Yeah, you're not. Sorry, kid.
It's okay. I like this one.
I just imagine Auntie saying whatever the parody is for The Office and watching that.
Wow, talk about zero effort.
What would you call The Office?
I don't know. Maybe the workshop,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The workspace.
workspace.
The workspace. Yeah, there you go.
Literally,
That's perfect.
God, man, put some effort in. God.
I went North Central, and that was like out of my ass.
I haven't had enough to sleep for that shit.
I haven't had any.
That's your fault.
It's really not. People left me.
Yeah, it's a question of
Anyways, yeah. So the evening is your guys' to relax, watch some TV. Anyone want to discuss anything or do anything?
Well, me and Auntie probably haven't had TV in like a long while, so we're probably
Yeah.
glued to it.
I have a feeling Auntie, you, and the kid are probably gonna fall asleep on the couches downstairs.
I was literally about to say, "Ooh, TV! I haven't watched this in so long."
Yeah.
Immediately on the couch.
Mhm.
Anyone else?
I'll watch TV and then eventually head to bed.
Okay.
Well, though, I will lock the door just as zombie people.
Yeah, just in case. Suddenly you feel the urge to lock the door. Fuck this.
Yeah, pretty
fucking
much.
Safe place. I fucking
Don't
lock all
forget
these
the
doors.
back door. Stone says as she's watching Kestrel lock doors.
Ooh, and the kid
Does so.
jumps out from under the covers and tries to race Kestrel to the back door.
Kestrel's not even running; he's just like walking.
Be careful.
Don't
Ow.
slip. Oh, do not slip.
Oh, I didn't slip. I didn't slip. He comes back out, rubbing his head. Yeah, but the evening is yours, guys's, and despite everything that's going on and all the craziness, like you guys have a moment where you guys are just back at home, TV's playing, so you guys have a nice distraction. You guys have weapons on the way.
Auntie snoring.
Auntie snoring. And you guys even, like the hours get kind of late, and North Central kind of comes on, and kid's still awake, and he stays around and watches it with you guys. Yay! No, I'm kidding. He probably passes out
Family
pretty early.
dude.
But you guys have a wonderful, relaxing evening, and sleep comes to all of you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, because we got a lot of backdoor editing and other stuff to do. So I also don't want to push stuff too far, because we're going to probably go into a time skip for the week stuff, and I don't want to start progressing without her.
Man, that stuff's supposed to be so powerful that it just knocks you out of the game for a whole session.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So, yeah, we will see you guys on Sunday for a new game, Murder Mystery. Yay!
Yay!
So until then, later.
See ya.